Югославия, Грузия, Украина, Тунис, Египет, Ливия. Волна цветных революций прокатилась по миру, начиная с 2000 года. И повсюду один и тот же сценарий. Толпы молодежи выходят на улицы с призывами смены власти. Везде одинаковые, будто сделанные под копирку лозунги. Американцы не скрывают своего участия в этих бунтах. Только в нынешнем году Госдеп США планирует потратить на поддержку демократии в разных регионах мира более $7,5 миллиардов. Средства массовой коммуникации в один голос твердят, что Милошевич – диктатор, Мубарак погряз в коррупции, Каддафи – безжалостный диктатор. И люди постепенно начинают этому верить.
Мир забит дезинформацией. Дезинформация страшная, да, это пропаганда.
Из практики деятельности спецслужб хорошо известно, что любая толпа легко управляема. По подсчетам специалистов, достаточно 2-3 специально подготовленных зачинщиков на 10-15 тысяч человек, чтобы стихийный митинг или демонстрация пошли по заданному направлению. Причем эти зачинщики не лезут на трибуну, они все время остаются за спиной выступающих на митинге. Именно такая схема использовалась во всех цветных революциях.
Вот интересный феномен, которым еще никто, над которым не задумывался. Нет лидеров, нет вождей. И если брать арабские революции, то же самое. Свергаются фигуры, опять не будем говорить, какие они, да, лидеры государств, вожди и так далее. А на их место никто не приходит. Приходят странные личности, не весть откуда взявшиеся. Но это все-таки скорее бунт, который бы в рамках невмешательства внешней силы, наверное, бы все-таки он бы подавлялся или какая-то разрядка происходила. А они побеждают без вождей и без лидеров. Это говорит о том, что здесь решающая роль в этих цветных революциях, в их, если не подготовке, но особенно в их развитии играет внешний фактор.
Democracy has awoken in the Middle East. But was what seems like a spontaneous revolution actually a strategically planned event, cultivated by professional consultants?
The events in North Africa are orchestrated down to the finest details.
These revolution consultants are the worst nightmare of every regime. They mainly operate in countries in which the Western world has a clear interest. Hardly a coincidence, it seems.
The institutions that support him, you take those away, the regime has to fall.
Cairo in early February. The sudden appearance of the wild horsemen at this demonstration shocked the world over. Storming into the crowd, they split the peaceful demonstration apart. Yet what seemed like a brutal attack by the Mubarak regime was actually a staged affair, intended for the national and international media. The message? Egypt is in a state of chaos. Provoked by these false attacks, demonstrators reacted with violence and the situation escalated. Right from the start, the revolution consultants follow a specific strategy, a strategy developed by the Serbian organization Otpor. This organization mobilized millions of people to bring about the downfall of Serbian leader Slobodan Milosevic. Their strategy became a blueprint, proving successful once again when used in the revolution in Egypt. Here you can see the symbol of resistance. The symbol of the fist reappears all over the world as the signature of the revolution makers. It re-emerged in Kamara, Georgia, followed by Oborona in Russia, then in Venezuela and Iran, and most recently it was used by the opposition groups in Egypt. Opposition movements from all over the world come here, to the Serbian capital Belgrade. to be educated in the art of overthrowing a dictatorship. The Serbs have used their experience 12 years ago to form a revolution training school, the Center of Strategy for Non-Violent Resistance, or for short, CANVAS. Chief instructor Serdar Popovic is one of the few CANVAS members who would show his face publicly in front of the camera. It was here in his office that the Egyptian revolution was planned.
They would focus on coercion. The trick is that you don't push, you pull. What you're actually doing is actually persuading these people from the police force, from military force, that there will be a place for them in the new Egypt.
Amin Ghali has been an activist from the start. He shows us the photographs of a meeting in Morocco. This was the beginning of a long hoped-for change in Tunisian history.
We had a trainer from Belgrade, yes, actually from the city of Belgrade, who came and trained the participants on these strategies, focusing mainly on the Serbian experience.
The American author and Princeton University lecturer William Engdahl has written for over 30 years about Washington's secret geopolitics. He has established a widespread information network that extends deep into America's Secret Service. He is convinced Otpor is not acting alone.
The key actors in Otpor went on to create Canvas, as you mentioned, and operate in some 50 countries. They are simply following an agenda given them by people in Washington for regime change. They're using this deniability that they're simply idealistic young people from Serbia who did it successfully and are so happy about it they want to show the rest of the world. I think they're getting well financed by American intelligence services for doing this. And the target countries they target, like Egypt and most recently, and so are precisely the countries that are on the Pentagon agenda for destabilization and regime change.
In New York, we are meeting again with Serdar Popovic. We want to find out if the Otpor organization is actually following a secret agenda of the United States. The Otpor movement was indeed financed by American tax money, a fact that only became public knowledge after Milosevic's downfall.
Unlike popular belief that this is funded from America, Canvas is 100% privately funded. So, I mean, my organization's biggest donor is a Serb you're going to meet. His name is Slobodan Đinović, and he's also my partner in this organization. This gives us independence.
Columbia University has invited Popovic to speak as a guest lecturer. The guest from Serbia enlightens the students on the truth behind the changes in the Middle East. Who was actually behind it all? Popovic himself knew for years, but only now can he talk about it publicly.
This was not spontaneous 19-day revolution. Forget about this illusion. This is, only very shallow understanding of things. They were there for a very long time. The young people of Arab world has awakened and understood that they are powerful.